Thank you, Director Melekian. Thank you for coming to Milwaukee to participate in this ceremony. Thank you for your inspirational remarks. Thank you for your service, and thank you for the grant that made this possible. Every class has a sponsor that comes back for the graduation ceremony, and the Director Melekian has agreed to be the class sponsor for this class. And so if you are very good and you're with us months from now, Director Melekian will be here to see you off to a career of service. So we're very grateful. I would also like to take a moment and bring to your attention that the United States Attorney for the Eastern District of Wisconsin has joined us today, James Santel. Thank you very much. And representing District Attorney John Chisholm, who had the temerity to take a vacation this week, is First Deputy DA Kent Laverne. Kent? Today is a somewhat unusual day in our history insofar as the fact that we are creating a tradition, and you will be the first exemplars of that tradition. And that tradition is to supplement your oath of office, which you took in order to enter the police academy, with what we call the oath of honor. Now, obviously, an oath of office is prescribed by state law and has to follow very specific guidelines in terms of the things you swear to do. The oath of honor is a little different. The oath of honor is our conscious invocation of the values of our profession and our police department, and the connection of those values to your professional behavior. These are not just words. Our goal here is to remind you and the rest of the police department as we implement our new code of conduct that the bedrock of our performance is our value system. This is a profession that depends upon the integrity of its practitioners to behave in a consistent way as they administer the law and police the needs of a diverse society. There are reasons people do what you say. Some of those reasons have to do with the power that the law bestows upon you. Some of those reasons are because you carry a sidearm and are authorized to use it. But the main reason people are willing to listen to and obey the directions of the police is because they perceive them as legitimate, fair, honorable, consistent, and compassionate. They acknowledge through their deference the fact that they believe that you have courage, that you are competent, that you have integrity, that you exhibit leadership behaviors, that you are willing to act with restraint in your use of authority and your use of force. When people lose confidence in the visible representatives of their society, the police, when they no longer believe you are the things that I just said, there is social breakdown. Now, some of you may be aware of current events. Some of you may be aware of your history. But in every society that has broken down and been plagued by internecine violence between religious groups or ethnic groups, the institution that most conspicuously failed was the police. It was true in Northern Ireland. It was true in Bosnia. It was true in Kosovo. It's true in Iraq. And it's true in Afghanistan. And the only hope to change that dynamic is to create a police power, a police authority, a police force that's perceived as a force for good, motivated by honorable intentions. So when we ask you today to take your oath of honor and articulate our values, when we direct you as part of this class to memorize our vision statement, to memorize our mission statement, to memorize our values, this isn't just arcane plebe or pledge knowledge to make life difficult for you. This needs to penetrate deep into your heart. It articulates why we think you came to us. because you believe it's a profession of honor, because you want to make a difference in the lives of others, you want to protect the weak from the strong, you want to do good. Now, there's a great threat to you as you leave these academy doors, and we'll talk more about it when you graduate. But the tendency towards police cynicism based on the gap between how poor people buffeted by wretched events can behave can sometimes test your idealism. And if you're not careful, you slip into a cynical behavior towards people that treats folks who need you as somehow unworthy. You have to resist that at all costs. Because treating people as though they are unworthy of you when you're in a life of service, in fact, reflects on you and undermines your legitimacy and undermines the fact that of all of the social institutions available to us, police have the greatest potential to pull people together. Now, I was a young officer when the director was a young officer, and the Presidential Commission reports that were being published in our early years were all about police departments being the flashpoint of social unrest, the flashpoint of accusations of discrimination, the flashpoint of disorder and senses of unfairness, flashpoints of brutality. We were seen as a divisive force in a divisive time. It's our obligation now to be just the opposite. And because we can be seen as doing good for every community and dealing effectively with those communities' problems so that their children can have the same opportunities as everyone's children, those are the things that make us noble. And it is our values, not our rules, that will ensure us that we engage in those behaviors. So there's a moment you'll stand and you'll take this oath, and you'll hold your shield in your hand. Now, as you look at it, it's shaped like a shield, but it's very light. This is a shield that can't protect you at all, but it's a shield that's meant to protect others. It's not simply a badge of office. It is, in fact, not just a symbol of authority. Instead, it is the embodiment of your oath of office and your oath of honor. It represents the incredible task that you have undertaken, which is to protect people, to protect liberty, to protect property, and to protect neighborhoods. It's an awesome task you've agreed to undertake. I honor you and all of the people in your lives that have produced you to be willing to undertake this calling. I salute you for your willingness to try, and I wish you the best of luck as you move towards achieving your goal. We'll now give the oath of office. All right, would you please raise your right hands? Repeat after me. Hold your left hands out with your shield in the palm. On my honor, I will never betray my badge.
I will never betray my badge.
My integrity, my character, or the public trust. I will always have the courage to hold myself and others accountable for our actions. I will uphold the Constitution. Protect my community. And accomplish the mission of the Milwaukee Police Department. In service to that mission, I will demonstrate competence. Have courage. Be a person of integrity. Exhibit leadership. Show respect. And act with restraint. This is my solemn vow.
This is my solemn vow.
Ready?